Joining me here on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is a man who's got new episodes of The Freak Brothers airing on Sundays only on Tubi, a highly acclaimed adult animated comedy adventure series. And he's also currently in production for season 2 of the hit show on Hulu called Woke. Blake Anderson back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Blake?
I'm doing well. What's up, dude?
I am just hanging out, just feeling good. I went to the University of Michigan, so them beating up Ohio State over the weekend, I'm still buzzing. You know,
yeah, I saw that. A lot of people are really emotional and happy and sad. My gosh, what a game.
Well, I'm on the happy and emotional, not the sad part of it. You know.
Okay, good.
That's what I'm at.
I was rooting for you.
You know what? And I'm happy for you too, Blake, because I know you're a diehard Warriors fan. And it looks like the Warriors' days of yore, which isn't too far ago, but it looks like you're back. Looks like the Warriors are back.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, I feel like us Warrior fans, we were watching this team, you know, and the last 2 seasons, although the record was, kind of looked like they weren't the squad that they are today, we saw it coming. They just had a chance to really throw a lot of their players into, like, in-game situations, and they just developed their players so quickly. And now look at us; we're just a super deep squad. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I know. And again, as I mentioned, I went to the University of Michigan. Jordan Poole is a Michigan Wolverine, and he has been phenomenal so far this year.
It's like in the last 2 seasons, he's just found so much confidence. It's like he swears he's the splash triplet, and I'll take it.
I know that well because the brother is coming back too. So Clay is right around the corner. I imagine Poole will return to the bench and will be one of those 6-men dynamos because Clay's coming back. Steph looks like he's 23, not 33. And Draymond is the Hall of Fame, distributor and doing all the glue work. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing what's happening.
Not to mention Wiggins comes out of nowhere and is just like a beast every other game. So it's just like, I don't know, everything's clicking. I hope they can just, ride this energy the whole season because right now they are the team to beat.
Wiseman is coming back too. I mean, this is it's all coming up Warriors right now, and I'm wondering what. So when you grew up in Northern California, what was that? Was that the Run TMC version of? Was that the Hardaway and Chris Mullin Warriors that you were and Mitch Richmond Warriors when you were growing up?
I was on the tail end of that. I was kind of ushered in during like the Sprewell years, and then that kind of turned into like the Weber years.
That's right.
And then after that, it got kind of dark and not very good.
That's
but
right.
I was a big Latrell Sprewell fan. Like Spree for 3, that was my guy. He's still up there in my Warriors Hall of Fame for sure.
Spree for 3. So I did my local market television work in Redding, California. Blake, way up I-5. So you're from Concord, right? Is that your original hometown in California?
That is correct.
Okay, so
I grew up there for 18 years.
So why not a Kings fan? Why didn't you go there?
Hey, I've got love for the Kings, man. I was there for that run. I still am they got the worst end of all the referees being cheaters that they should have beat Los Angeles Lakers. Like that team was a championship team. That's robbery.
So were you one of those folks with a cowbell behind the bench banging it, making Phil Jackson all angry? Was that you, Blake? Were you one of those folks?
I wish. I'll say that was like maybe I was related to one of those people. I hope that was one of my crazy uncles.
Maybe could be that. Blake Anderson here on the Rich Eisen Show. The Freak Brothers on Sundays only on Tubi. Walk me through this because you're in it and you also an executive producer of it. What's going on with this one that people are talking about?
So the Freak Brothers, the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers is actually like a super legendary like underground comic from the 1970s. And it's just like, I don't know if they have a huge fan base from back in the day, and like the comic is just hilarious. There's tons of them. They hold up. They're super funny. And it's kind of like one of those things that, especially in today's day and age where everything is getting remade and all that, when I was reading these comics, it was like, how is this not a cartoon? There's just such a wealth of like comedy and ideas in the books. So when I heard that there was an opportunity to actually attach myself to the cartoon, I just absolutely jumped at the chance. I mean, it's everything you'd want. It's just the best form of stoner comedy. It's like up there with Cheech and Chong.
Well, and maybe that's the allure of Woody Harrelson jumping on board too, huh? Onto this show.
That's exactly it. Because actually, well, Adam Devine, like my best buddy, who I did Workaholics with, and he's also a producer on Freak Brothers. He actually does a show, The Righteous Gemstones, with John Goodman, who does the voice of Fat Freddy on Freak Brothers. And he was kind of like, reading the comics. Adam was reading the comics on set, just, catching up on the material just because we were producing it. And John Goodman actually saw that, and he's like, whoa, like, where the heck did you find Freak Brothers? And Adam's like, oh, well, we're producing it. We're going to make a cartoon. And he's like, you gotta include me. I was a huge fan when I was young, and I want to be a part of it. And then that just kind of snowballed into the incredible cast we got. It's just like mind-blowing.
Tiffany Haddish, Pete Davidson, Andrea Savage, who I love. She is hilarious. And you and Adam Devine, just to name a few on this show.
Yeah. Hollywood is murmuring. They're saying it's a stronger cast than Avengers. I believe it.
Hollywood is murmuring is another one of my favorite TV shows. It's a great show, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
Undercover for sure.
The Freak Brothers, only Sundays, only on Tubi. We play Celebrity True or False with some of our celebrity guests. Blake, you qualify on that front for sure on this show, where we go through your history and whether what's online about you is true or false. Would you mind playing that with me right now?
Let's do it. I'm not afraid.
Hit it.
Maybe I am a little afraid.
Okay, here we go.
We'll do it.
But either way, just jump into the abyss. Here, we even have some production value for you. Go for it. Hit it, please.
Celebrity True or False?
You can't handle the truth.
All right, there you go. That's it for the production value.
I'm impressed.
First one up for you. True or false, Blake Anderson? Your first TV gig was doing backyard wrestling on public access in your hometown of Concord, California, as a character known as Rockabilly Rex. True or false?
Absolutely 100% true. I was recognized at my movie theater job tearing tickets, so that makes it a success to me.
Huh. So what movies were you tearing tickets for back in the day? What were you...
Well, I worked at a local theater, Brendan Theaters, and probably the coolest movie that was in the theater at the time was Kings of Comedy with Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley and Cedric the Entertainer.
And that's why we're trying to peg exactly when this was, when you were Rockabilly Rex. And I guess that leads into our next one. True or false that you had back surgery after fracturing your spine during a house party when you jumped from your roof onto a beer pong table? Is that true or false, Blake Anderson?
That is also, unfortunately, very true.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought I would kind of NBA Jam slam dunk a final beer pong ball into the cup. I jumped off the roof, tried to make it look cool, ended up looking pretty stupid. But we're up and we're walking today, so
thank God.
Hey,
live
and learn.
How much of a drop off the roof was it, Blake?
I don't know. It was just like off of. I would say 13 feet, but let's say it was 30 just to make it cooler.
That does make it sound a little bit more frightening. Okay, so you were basically, are those two things connected? Your backyard wrestling and your beer pong table roof jumping? Those are connected, I imagine.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's a reason that before you watch pro wrestling shows now, they're like, don't try this at home. I'm the reason.
Next one, true or false, you were a pizza delivery man in college and occasionally would heist a pepperoni or two off the delivery pizza without anybody knowing. True or false?
Absolutely. Westwood, California. I served up plenty of UCLA Bruins, and the rumors are true. They don't tip that well. College students.
Come on.
Yeah.
Who did you deliver to? Which Bruins did you deliver to? Football, basketball? Which ones?
But by the looks of it, it was probably like a wrestling team. I don't know. I would hope that the basketball players would be balling more, but I was usually asked to be paid in bong rips, and I have to pay the rent, but I did accept sometimes. That leads us to Freak Brothers, right?
It's all connected. It's like a tapestry you're weaving together, Blake. No question about that. Last one for you. True or false? For the entire first season of Workaholics, you and Adam Devine actually lived in the house where your characters live in the show. You were convinced the show was going to get canceled, so you did it to save money. Is that true or false for Workaholics?
It's absolutely true. Not only to save money, but to literally have Comedy Central pay our rent while we lived there. They were paying for us to live there because that was the set of the show. It was pretty ingenious, and it just so happened that it worked out that we got more seasons. So living rent-free.
So you basically said, did Comedy Central know that you were tenants as well as employees, contracted employees? Did they know?
Yeah, it was kind of like a 2-for-1 where we were also like set security, so nothing would get stolen. It was like 24-hour surveillance. It was perfect.
So when we're watching Workaholics and the place had that lived-in look, it's because it literally was being lived in by you and Adam Devine. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was like a running joke. Anytime there would be dirty dishes in the sink, we'd be like, definitely don't do the dishes because it's continuity. You have to keep them dirty. Yeah,
continuity issues. Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Blake Anderson, thank you for the call. Greatly appreciate it. The new season of Woke on Hulu is currently in production. And the Freak Brothers, congratulations on that. There's a reason why everybody's talking about it. Thanks for the call.
Yep. Thank you so much.
You got it. At Uncle Blazer on Twitter. And again, that is not, I don't think, the Portland Trailblazer reference. And at Blake Anderson on Instagram. Blake Anderson here on The Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.